Hey guys, it's me, Cupid. I have schizophrenia, so I'm going to be telling another person's story today. I know that if you've been watching already, you already know that I've been giving a voice to people out there with schizophrenia, giving you an outlet, allowing you to speak up when maybe you've had a hard time being able to speak up in the past about it. I know that it's not an easy thing to talk about. It's a very hard subject to bring up to just anyone. But here I have people who watch that understand and or have schizophrenia, understand and or have schizophrenia. So it is a great place to share your story, and I want people to feel like they are heard and that they are loved and understood. So here is a great place to do that. If you are wanting to, please write to me on Instagram on my bio. You can find my Instagram tag, and then also if you already know my Facebook, you can contact me on Facebook. So yes, I am ready to tell your story. So today we're going to be telling the story of Suzanne. Suzanne has schizo-affective disorder. So let's get started. So it starts off with a picture. So here's a picture for you guys. All right, so 1 in 4, you guys. That means 1 in 4 people in the world have mental health issues. I don't know if you guys understand that, but that is a big number. That means that there's more people out there that have mental health issues than are willing to admit it. That's a lot of people. All right, so let's get started. I loved learning foreign languages at school. Ironic really, as I was a painfully shy child, but found that I was quite good at remembering words easily and then having more confidence to speak in a language different from my native tongue. So at age 17, I went to stay with a German family attending a language school to improve my German over 3 weeks. By the beginning of the 3rd week, I experienced psychosis, believing people could hear my thoughts. When I was found in a catatonic state in the shower one morning, the family I was staying with knew I needed help. I stayed one night in a child psychiatric clinic until my brother flew out to bring me home. At home with a familiar surrounding and a regular routine, I soon got well again on my own without medication. I finished my A levels and went off to university to study French and German, of course. However, I did fall ill again over the years and experimented being on and off medication, and it was decided to remain on antipsychotic medications as a preventative measure. At a low point in my life, at age 21, I was also taking Prozac after experiencing a period of clinical depression and a tame suicide attempt. I graduated and moved back home to my parents' house to find my way in the world of work. I did not really know what the point of it all was back then, and I just got on with what I was supposed to be doing. I remember at one point that my father was keen for my medical record to be either lost or destroyed, as I think he feared I would struggle in the world because of my mental health diagnosis. Anyway, I gained a job in banking, maybe as my father had always instilled in me the importance of good finance. I was more or less happy doing this and living at my parents' house to save money for my own home one day. At age 28, I met my wonderful husband through work. He helped me immensely to see things in a different light. He would listen to all I had to say about things and offer a different perspective. We married 4 years later, and we have been married for over 10 to date. He has supported me with my mental well-being, and along with antipsychotic medication, I am just as regular as the next person. I have been allowed to find enjoyment in various things in life, such as walking, coloring, and watching endless movies, which is good therapy. Now at 43, I feel I have finally cracked my illness. At 40, I experienced coming off meds, but sadly fell ill again, experiencing some psychosis. I got well again through the support of my husband and by taking a then newer, better antipsychotic drug. I have learned that I will never come off meds, and I do not want to. I'm glad of my diagnosis, as it has made me the person I am today, and I am proud of it. I met my hero Johnny Benjamin, MBE, mental health campaigner, in March 2017. He has totally inspired me in that I can relate to him, and he encourages me to do all I can for the mental health cause. We must support, finance, and educate. I do volunteer work in mental health, in case you didn't guess, alongside my job and insurance, and hope one day to find full-time paid work in this field. I have now found my real sense of purpose and fulfillment in life through my mental illness, and would say that right now I'm at my happiest ever. Well, that is amazing. That is awesome. That is inspiring, very much so. I think for a lot of people out there, it is great to hear that you can actually get to a great place. I know I've had questions before from people who said that I heard it gets worse, and it doesn't get worse. It can if you don't take care of yourself. So that is one thing that everyone needs to remember, is to take care of yourself. I am currently in a psychology class right now at school, and I have been learning a lot about how the brain works. I'm only in my first week, so it's not like I've learned a ton so far, but I have taken psychology classes in the past. But I did learn something very interesting that I thought was a very intriguing fact about, I don't know if, I know most people that are watching this have auditory hallucinations. But I found out that one of the main causes for auditory hallucinations is temporal lobe damage, or issues with your temporal lobe. Very interesting. The temporal lobe is located right here on both sides, so right behind your ears on both sides, and it controls your hearing. It controls other things as well, but it's kind of interesting that if there is some sort of problem with your temporal lobe, that it can cause auditory hallucinations, and it makes sense. I don't think that everyone, I know that not everyone who has auditory hallucinations is it because of temporal lobe damage or temporal lobe issues. It's not. It can be a cause. So I know that for me, I have auditory hallucinations. They're one of my biggest issues. And I have noticed that that is not what happened to me. As far as I know, I do not have temporal lobe issues. I think you would know there would be some sort of damage that has happened outside of that, just the auditory hallucinations. There would be some other things that would have led up to it. So, of course, it does happen though. So, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Again, if you want to tell your story on this channel, please feel free to write into me. You can tell it either on a video, send me a video of you talking, or you can, which, by the way, there may be a certain way that you have to send the video, so we'll talk about that if you write into me. Or you can just send me it in writing. Feel free to send a long story as well, because I have plenty of time to tell your story. There's not just this, I have, let's say, about 15 minutes to tell your story, and that is a good amount of time. So it can be long if you really need it to be. And I would love to get out all that information that you've been holding back maybe for a while as well. I think that people really have some intriguing stories that sometimes they're scared to tell, because of fear of people might not understand or might not like you after you hear these things, after they hear these things, which is not true, not always at least. So feel free to write into me, tell your story, okay, you guys? I would love to hear them. I'm enjoying hearing these stories. I really am. And I hope that you guys have enjoyed hearing my story as well in the past. And I hope you guys are enjoying hearing these other people's stories as well. So that is the end of the video. I hope you guys have a beautiful day. Stay wonderful, stay beautiful, stay amazing, stay awesome, stay unique, stay you. And above all else, you guys, love yourselves, all right? Peace and love.